we went and did our own local ones there. So I got to see lots of little kids perform, sing so many Frozen songs. It was insane. Like I've never seen the movie, but I think I know every song by heart now. It's crazy.
Mm-hmm.
And it was really cool to see and meet all these fascinating people. And it was really good practice for language for me. Like this was the most Kazakh I got to do is when I went to these places.
Mm-hmm. About Thailand, I actually forgot to ask about Thailand. How it became, how you started learn the language, and what was your experience in there?
Yeah, I forgot about that too. So that was my very first teaching experience. So at my university, I got a scholarship to study there, but part of my scholarship was a stipend where you cannot earn credits, you cannot study, you have to volunteer and work in a community, whether it was in science, teaching, or some other field. And I was like, cool. So it's like another scholarship. Like, cool.
Mm-hmm.
My school is paying me to go somewhere, anywhere in the world to do volunteering. Yeah, I'm going to Thailand because that's my favorite cuisine. So I went my
it was
junior
the food.
year.
Mm-hmm.
Huh?
It was the food then.
Oh, yeah. It was original. Yeah. The only reason I went, I'm going to be honest, is because of the food. But it turned out to be one of my favorite countries. And I definitely will be going back there. So I went and worked with a company called Friends for Asia. So I lived in a giant house with other volunteers from all over the world. Most of them were from Amsterdam and Germany. And I got to work with little Buddhist monks. So I worked at a Buddhist monastery and I taught 12 to 15-year-olds English. And it was so fun. They are the nicest, most quiet students I've ever had. They would just sit there. And if I asked them a question, they would always answer. They would always be polite. And they'd be like, thank you for the information, master. They're like,
wow. Were they also monks?
Like, they were training to be monks. It was so cool. And it was a really good experience. And immediately after that, I was like, yeah, I'm totally going to be teaching or doing something with education and working and living abroad. I just knew immediately.
Wow.
And so that happened.
Did you see them meditating, or did you start to meditate? Because that's what I hear.
Yeah, I got to see them meditate. I got to help them perform some of there was a temple there. So I got to go because I was a teacher. I could only do certain things because I wasn't a Buddhist by practice. But I did try doing meditation, but Thailand's really hot. And I did not do very well in that hot weather, but I loved the food. But I also had really long hair, so I had dreadlocks. So it was very difficult for me to adapt to that environment. I was there for 3 months. So after I had lived and studied in Russia, I got home for a week and then I went immediately to Thailand.
Oh, okay. Now I want to go to Thailand and try their food.
Do you like spicy food?
I'm definitely not meditating.
Oh, yeah, it's tough, I'll admit. Do you like spicy food though? That's the question.
No.
You might have a really tough time. No, I know Kazakhs in general really hate spicy food.
Yes.
Like I remember pepper was considered spicy. So you might want to work on your palate and eat some spicy foods to build up to Thai food.
Actually, I thought like the pepper is the only spice exists in the world, but